Today we ride from sunrise to sunset on the gravel bike. It's an early start, with the crisp, fresh morning air waking me up. Even needing gloves this morning, I head out to catch the sunrise. It's mornings like these that I remember why I love living by the sea so much. Just as I head down the promenade, the sun starts to rise. This gravel ride will take place on the Purbex. I will be following the Dorset gravel dash route until sunset. So I'll be taking the ferry across from Sandbanks to Studland. So, as I leave the ferry and begin my sunrise to sunset gravel ride, this is where I hope to get back to, just as the sun is setting. As I hit the first section of gravel, a steep gravel hill, a bit of climbing to get them legs warmed up is always a fun way to start the day. As I get to the top of the hill, I am blinded by the sun and quickly start regretting the decision to not bring the sunglasses. But I soon forget about that as I cycle along the cliff top and start to approach Old Harry Rocks. It's not often you get to cycle with views like these. As I continue on my way, soaking in the beautiful views and enjoying the early morning sun, doing my best not to fall in any more bramble bushes, getting into my stride, I hit some stunning single track. Which quickly turned into some really steep techie stuff, which of course the GoPro will make it look flat. Riding this on a gravel bike with 38C tyres was a little on the scary side, and not wanting to end up on my arse, I decided walking this part was probably for the best. After a little bit more single track, I was stopped in my tracks by a gate. But back on my steed with the wind in my hair and absolutely nothing to get in my way. Okay, but this time, nothing is going to stop me. With Corfe Castle in my sights, I'm flying! You have got to be kidding me. After a long climb along some more pretty spectacular coastline, I'm rewarded with this absolutely stunning view. And then, of course, another gate. And guess what? Another gate. And just in case you didn't know what a gate was, they kindly wrote it on there for you. And here is me by yet another gate. But this time my tyre had lost some pressure. As I couldn't see any sealant or hear any air leaking, I just decided to pump it back up, and we are back on our way. The joys of tubeless. As I continue on and I climb this really steep hill, I see something I do not want to see. You see, part of this route goes through where the army do a bit of target practice, and that red flag means they are currently practicing. Now, in the interest of safety and not really feeling like getting shot today, we won't be jumping that fence. Instead, I'm going to figure out a way around. And that should be easy, as I have one of them really good Woohoo cycling computers. Woohoo is rubbish, it doesn't know how to remove me, because it is so rubbish. Come on, I'm back on it. You don't need to reroute me, I'm on the thing. After all the frustration with the Woohoo, I finally found my way back to the route, and I started to enjoy the gravel once more, cruising between the hills, clear blue skies, and the sun shining on my back. Oh look, a gate! I wouldn't have it any other way. The Dorset Gravel Dash is a ride that normally takes place in the drier summer months. Although I was pleasantly surprised that everything so far was still rideable, just occasionally you need to be prepared to get a little wet. Oh my god! That was a lot deeper than expected. Unfortunately, all that water seemed to make the rear tyre lose pressure again, but it pumped up no problem, and we were soon underway once more. Another gate. I headed down this track that was full of very big puddles. It was actually a lot of fun, but at the end of every fun track, there's a gate. And at the end of a puddle-filled track, my tyre seems to go down, so this time I just decided to chuck an inner tube in it. While I was checking the tyre, I managed to slice my finger open on a massive thorn that was in there. That's why you should not use your fingers to check the inside of the tyre, children. big old thorn that was in there, and that wasn't actually where the tyre was going down, it was just coming out the side. So nice bit of blood there. Ugh. Grimbo. Oh my god. As I was stopped in my tracks by a fallen tree and my knee starting to hurt and the sun closing in, it was time to start heading back towards the ferry. Oh great. I decided to have a quick pit stop, and then I limped on, quite literally limped on. I thought to myself that I was going to make the ferry just in time for sunset. Disaster! My one and only tube went. Somehow the valve came off, meaning there was no way to fix it, and I had to ride the remaining distance with a flat tyre. As I continued back at snail pace and saying goodbye to the sun as it started to set, knowing that I didn't quite make the ferry for sunset is a little disappointing. However, it was an epic day with so many amazing views and some awesome riding, and I had a lot of fun anyway.